Most people don't lose their intuition all at once. It's pushed down because it's inconvenient. Welcome back to the Revolution Resolution. I'm Malaika, and today we're talking about intuition and how a system built to maintain order is intent on silencing it. Intuition doesn't disappear because it's fragile. It's pushed down because it disrupts control. A system built by the Founding Fathers, written into law, and protected for generations doesn't benefit from people trusting their internal signals, especially when those signals point to unfairness, danger, or harm. So intuition has to be trained out of us, and that training starts early. I think about this often as a parent. In my most recent book, I write about how quickly children begin receiving messages about who they are allowed to be, and how much of that learning happens long before they have words for it. I think about the small moments that seem harmless on their own. A child being told to hug someone even when they don't want to. A child being praised for being easy or quiet or well-behaved. A child being redirected away from anger, sadness, or fear instead of helped through it. Each moment sends the same message. Pay attention to expectations, not to yourself. That message isn't loud, but it's consistent. Normalization teaches us to override what we feel. Instead of asking, why does this make me feel uncomfortable? We're taught to say, it's fine, it's normal. Don't make a big deal out of it. So discomfort gets reframed as immaturity. Boundaries get reframed as rudeness. Instincts get reframed as overreaction. And slowly, intuition stops feeling like guidance and starts feeling like the thing we need to ignore. This is how doubt replaces inner knowing. We learn to explain away that tight feeling in our chest. We learn to stay in situations that drain us. We learn to override our own no to keep the peace. And because this conditioning happens long before anything overtly harmful occurs, we don't recognize it as preparation. But it is. A system that depends on compliance requires people to mistrust themselves, because intuition is often the first thing to notice when something isn't right. Once intuition is quieted, other things become easier to dismiss. Unease becomes something to tolerate. Pressure becomes something to just push through. Crossed boundaries become something to rationalize. That's not accidental, it's foundational. So here's something to reflect on this week. When was the last time you felt something didn't sit right, but you told yourself it wasn't worth addressing? What messages taught you to move past that feeling instead of listening to it? And what might change if you begin treating intuition as information, not interruption? We don't lose intuition because we're broken. We lose it because we were trained to. And anything that was trained out of us can always be reclaimed. Thank you so much for staying with me in this conversation. We're going to continue soon with more clarity and more room to trust ourselves again.